Northern Mountains. We got off at the Srinagar airport, took a cab and drove to begin our Kashmir retreat, the tour package my dad took off the internet. The breeze was cool and the valley had a dazzling aura to it. After unpacking at the hotel, the tour guide took us for a shikara ride at the Dal Lake. I sat in the shikara and looked around. I was awestruck by the beauty of the place. I could barely blink. I could see the glimmering trees and beyond them lay the lofty peaks covered with snow. The calm, the sound of the oars paddling in the water. I dozed off for a couple of minutes. I woke up to the tour guide quoting Shah Jahan's words. "If there is a paradise on earth, it is this, it is this, it is this." I could imagine why he said that. I couldn't wait for tomorrow to start. I wanted to see all, the valleys, the passes, the peaks and the lakes. I wanted to set foot on each mountain. I wondered, where do the mountains start from and where do they end? The northern part of India is covered with mountains. Mountains are rocky masses of land that rise higher than the surroundings. They usually occur in long rows called mountain ranges. The northern mountains consist of 1. The Karakoram range, 2. The Himalayas, 3. The Purvanchal range. The Himalayas is the highest mountain range in the world. Mount Everest, the highest mountain peak in the world, stands tall at 8,848 meters in the Himalayas. Mount Everest is in Nepal. The Karakoram range. The Karakoram range lies to the north of the Himalayas and is home to mountains as high as 8,000 meters. The second highest mountain peak in the world, K2, lies in the Karakoram range. K2 is also known as Mount Godwin Austen and is 8,611 meters high. The Karakoram range also has numerous glaciers. A glacier is a mass of ice moving slowly over land. The Siachen Glacier, the world's second longest glacier outside the polar region, is also located in the Karakoram range. The Himalayas. The Himalayas extend for 2,500 kilometers from Jammu and Kashmir in the north to Arunachal Pradesh in the northeast. It is about 450 kilometers wide in Kashmir and narrows down to about 160 kilometers in the northeast. The name of this range has been derived from the Sanskrit word Himalaya, which means abode of snow. Many mountain peaks in the Himalayas remain covered with snow almost throughout the year. The Himalayas have 3 mountain ranges that run parallel to each other. The Greater Himalayas or the Himadri, the Lesser Himalayas or the Himachal, the Outer Himalayas or the Shivalik. Just the facts, please. The Himalayas are fold mountains. That is, they were formed as a result of folding of layers of the upper part of the earth. Other examples of fold mountains are Rockies in North America and Alps in Europe. The Himadri. The Himadri is the highest and the northernmost part of the Himalayan range. The peaks in the Himadri range are permanently covered with snow. Some of the world's highest peaks lie in the Greater Himalayas. These are Mount Everest, Nanga Parvat, Annapurna, Nanda Devi and Kanchenjunga, which is the highest mountain, 8,586 meters in India. The Himadri is also home to 2 well-known glaciers, Gangotri and Yamunotri, from which the rivers Ganga and Yamuna originate respectively. Other rivers that originate from the Himadri are the Indus and the Brahmaputra. Just the facts, please. The Gangotri Glacier is a source of the river Bhagirathi, which joins the river Alaknanda at Devprayag. It is here, at the confluence of the Bhagirathi and the Alaknanda, that the mighty river Ganga is formed. The Himachal. The Himachal range lies to the south of the Himadri. The mountains in this range are not as high and are mostly covered with coniferous forests. Only some peaks are covered with snow throughout the year. It also possesses some of the beautiful and fertile valleys. Many well-known hill stations like Shimla, Mussoorie, Darjeeling, Nainital, etc. lie in this region. Most people live in these hill towns. The Shivalik. The Shivalik is the lowest and the southernmost range of the Himalayas. The slopes are covered with thick forests and are home to a variety of wild animals. The Shivalik merges with the foothills of the Himalayas in what is known as the Terai region. This region receives plenty of rainfall and the land here is fertile for growing crops. The Purvanchal Range. The Purvanchal Range is an extension of the Himalayas in the northeast region of India. The Garo, Khasi, Jaintia, Naga, Lushai and Mizo hills form a part of the Purvanchal Range. These hills are not very high and are mostly covered with dense forests, full of flora and fauna. Cherrapunji and Mawsynram, famous for receiving the highest annual rainfall, are located in this region. Importance of the Himalayas. The Himalayas are the most significant geographical structure of India. They are important for us in the following ways. 1. The Himalayas act as a barrier on the northern border, protecting our country from enemies or invaders. 2. They prevent the cold winds of Central Asia from entering into India. 3. They effectively intercept the monsoon winds coming from the Arabian Sea and the Indian Ocean and cause rainfall and snowfall. 4. The glaciers in the Himalayas feed almost all the great rivers of India. The rivers that originate in the Himalayas do not dry. They provide water for irrigation and also make the plains fertile. Dams built over these rivers provide us with electricity. It is often said that the Great Plains of India are a gift of the Himalayas. 5. The Himalayas are rich in forest resources, wood, medicines, etc. The forests in the Himalayas are home to many species of flora and fauna. Life in the Northern Mountains. The Northern Mountains include the states of Jammu and Kashmir. This state has two capitals, Srinagar in the summer and Jammu in the winter. This state is mostly mountainous. Hence, the climate is bitterly cold during winter and pleasant during summer. During winter, the Kashmiris use small pots with burning coal called kangri to keep themselves warm. Men as well as women wear firan and salwar. Women also wear a headgear called kasaba. The main festivals celebrated are Eid and Shivratri, and the popular languages are Kashmiri, Dogri, Urdu and Pahari. Gulmarg, Sonmarg, Pahalgam, Amarnath Caves and Mughal Gardens are popular tourist destinations. Houseboats float on the beautiful Dal Lake in Srinagar. Small boats called shikaras are used for boating as well as transportation. Besides, the people of Kashmir stay indoors during winter and make beautiful handicrafts from paper mache, wood, brass, etc. Kashmir is also famous for its pashmina shawls and for kahwa, a special type of tea using herbs and spices. Saffron is a special crop of the state. Himachal Pradesh. Shimla is the capital of this state. The climate is ideal for growing fruits like apples, cherries, peaches, plums, and apricots. Himachal Pradesh is often referred to as the fruit bowl of India. Himachali women wear tight pajamas and loose kurtas with scarves around their head, while the men folk wear loose shirts over tight pajamas and a colourful round Himachali cap. Most people speak Pahari, Punjabi and Kinnori. Agriculture is the main occupation and tourism is a vital industry which generates employment and income for the state. The various tourist destinations are Shimla, Kulu, Manali, Rohtang Pass, Solang Valley, Dharmshala, Dalhousie, Kasauli and many others. The main festivals are Dussehra and Diwali. The Kulu Dussehra attracts tourists from all over the world. Uttarakhand. Uttarakhand comprises of the Garhwal and the Kumaon ranges. The city of Dehradun is the capital of this state. Most of the people living here indulge in farming. Garhwali, Kumaoni and Hindi are the official languages. Mussoorie, Nainital and Ranikhet are popular hill stations. Uttarakhand is often referred to as the land of gods due to the many centers located here. These include Haridwar, Kedarnath, Badrinath, Gangotri and Yamunotri. Sikkim and West Bengal. Gangtok is the capital of the state of Sikkim. The third highest peak in the world and the highest in India, Mount Kanchenjunga, is located in Sikkim. The people here belong to either the Lepcha, Bhutia or Nepali tribe. Women wear a long cloak-like dress called baku and jewelry made from colorful beads. Sikkim is famous for its orchids and rhododendrons. Only the northern part of West Bengal is covered with mountains. Darjeeling is the famous hill station situated here. It is known for its tea gardens which produce tea of good quality. The Seven Sisters. The northeastern part of India includes the 7 states of Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland and Tripura. These are often called the Seven Sisters due to similarity in their culture. The capital of Manipur is Imphal. The classical Manipuri dance is very famous. Assam, the capital of which is Dispur, is famous for tea plantation and jute cultivation. Assam's Moga silk is well known throughout India. The folk dance of Bihu is famous here. Meghalaya, which means the abode of clouds, is the state that receives the heaviest annual rainfall in India. The capital of Meghalaya is Shillong. Aizawl is the capital of the state of Mizoram. The main languages spoken here are Mizo and English. The traditional dress worn by women here is called ponche. Chiro, or the bamboo dance, is an eminent dance form. Nagaland is the home to various tribes that weave beautiful shawls with unique designs and patterns. The Hornbill Festival is a distinguished festival of Nagaland. Kohima is the capital of this state. Tripura, which means 3 cities, is surrounded by Bangladesh on 3 sides. The capital of Tripura is Agartala. People of Tripura make handicrafts from wood, bamboo, cane and handloom.